the parade scene is kind of a really big part of this movie because it's pretty long, and it kind of brought me back to a place of when we were younger, seeing how excited Jamie was in this movie. I remember feeling that amount of excitement leading into the Thanksgiving parade in New York City.
I believe it's Myron who's trying to push his way through the crowd, but they're, in the middle of the parade, there are all these different Christmas characters, people dressed up in costumes. He approaches this person who's dressed up in a costume that's like a Christmas present with a bow on it, but you can still see their arms and legs like popping out, and he just says,
"Get out of my way, box!"
Get out of my way, box.
I do like some of the comebacks that the Schwartz has back to Ted. And I like when he's pulling out and Ted saying, you should really wrap some chains around those tires. And he goes, why don't we wrap some chains around you? Another good Arnold's quote, he calls and Ted is in his kitchen making cookies and he says,
"Put that cookie down now!"
Another thing that he says at the beginning that I laughed at and wrote down was when he says,
"Hey, neighbor!" "Ted, what the hell are you doing on my roof?"
I think just the Ted and Howard interactions land well for me, and there's not that many of them because they're not together most of the movie, unfortunately.
Artistically, when they first throw all of those balls up in the air, I was like, oh, this is kind of like fun and colorful and artfully, I'll put in quotations, done.
I think that the cookie scene is kind of funny. I just find it that he comes in and he just puts on an apron and he's taking over the cookies.
I'm just helping Liz out a little in the kitchen. She's making up a storm here.
"Ted, I need to speak to my wife. So could you get her on the phone, please?"
I think she's in the shower, Howard. Do you want me to go check?
No!
I'm glad that you brought that up because I wanted to say that I thought those cookies looked horrible.
Okay.
They looked like kind of burnt.
So I didn't really get a good look at the cookies. I think I just heard Christmas cookies and then I was just got excited.
You thought the reindeer worked. The scene where Howard,
kind of like an annoying reindeer though. I think the idea of having a reindeer is funny, but the reindeer that they cast was not my favorite.
you wanted a different reindeer actor? That was the problem?
Yeah, they needed a different one. What are they? I don't know.
Prancer?
It was another violent part of the movie. It was a violent reindeer.
It was.
Why couldn't they have a docile one? I don't like that Arnold Schwarzenegger's giving him beer outside.
Oh,
it just
yeah.
was
Like, why?
weird. Like, even if I don't like, I would never, be given a reindeer beer. It's just weird.